and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantal and we're going to be going through all of my projects that are just sitting in my WIP pile. They are sitting in the corner. They are the ones that I probably am never going to touch again. Or if I do, it's literally been years at this point. So I have a few WIPs. Let's go through them. I'm going to share all the dirt, the ones that I'm going to frog, the ones that I'm going to finish, and the ones that I just think they're gonna stay in my WIP pile for a little bit longer. Okay, so all of these patterns are from other designers, ones that I like, ones that I'm not always a fan of. And the main thing is that because I design, it means that I don't actually get to knit a lot of other designers' patterns. So there are ones that I'm like still trying to finish, and then there's ones that I'm like, it's not gonna happen. So the first one is going to be the Billie zip. So this one is done by Joan by Knitwear by Joan, and I have no word of a lie, finished pretty much 99.9% of this sweater. The only thing that I haven't done is the zipper, and the main reason why I haven't done the zipper is because it makes me nervous. I have the zipper, it's prepped and ready. She's got a bunch of like photos and tutorials in the actual pattern, but I just like haven't gotten to it. And this has been a WIP for like at least over a year and a half. So Joan, I'm so sorry. Joan is one of my favorite knitting designers. She's also based in Canada as well. I believe she's in Ontario and Toronto. She's just like a gem. The way that her constructions work are so good. I can't wait to wear this pattern, but yeah, it's just that zipper that scares the living shit out of me. Okay, we're going to the bottom of this one because we're gonna get to these. The next one is my no frills sweater. So this one is from Petite Knit. If anyone was trying to remember how to do a raglan or learn how to do a raglan, they probably went to a Petite Knit pattern. This is the no frills sweater, and I have gotten through so much of this, and I have knit these sleeves so many times because simply I ran out of my yarn. I originally bought this yarn in Italy and I was so excited to be able to use it, and obviously ran out. So I had to try and find other yarn that would work for it. This one I technically started in like February 2019 and I still haven't finished it. Again, because I've knit these sleeves, I tried to do them multiple colors, I tried to put them down. I just don't think I like the fact that it's this like really cool gray and then like this like warm yellow. I've never been able to find like a bright yellow. It also has mohair in it. It just, like maybe one day, but that day is just not today. And it also hasn't been for like the last 2 years. So like when we'll get to it, we'll get to it. Next one is a ripple crop top from Jessie Maed. I have fallen in and out of love with this one. This one is the worsted weight version. I originally saw this one from my girlfriend. Her name was Nicole from Willfield Studio. She was wearing this to brunch and I was like, this is so cute. This one is probably, again, another project from like 2018, 2019. I have like knit the majority of the body. I have split. I don't know where I am in here, but I've kind of like fallen in and out of love with the designer, and I don't know when I will ever finish it. I also know that I'm not like a big like variegated fan, so I had this in my stash and I thought that I was going to use it, but to be totally honest, I think I might just be frogging this one. The lines on this pattern are beautiful and all of the projects are beautiful, but I just don't think that it is for me. So that one's probably going in the do not finish pile. And the last one here, you will notice that I'm a person who I like, whenever I read books, I hate quitting things. I hate DNFing it, like do not finish. Like I am a person that will go until like the X amount to be able to be like, I will get this finished. I will read 80% of the book, and I think I've only DNF'd 2 books in general. So this one, we are in the same boat. So this one is the Bad Luck sweater. This one is from Morthunder, and I thought it was so funny. Technically, she has two versions of this pattern. One that has the middle finger, one that has the two fingers, but my gauge, okay, so there's a few things that have gone awry with this pattern. First of all, my gauge, you can tell that that is a very, very long middle finger. And it should technically only go to like here, but my row gauge has gone off. And I just know that blocking this is not gonna help. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that when I was looking at making this sweater, again, this is another project that I probably had since like 2017 or 2018. I like didn't really understand like the idea of like contrasting yarns. So like if you ever do color work, you really want to be able to like take your yarn, put it together, and then essentially be like, is there a big enough difference? Is there a high enough contrast that will obviously show the two? And with these two, obviously not the case. Like a little bit easier when it gets into the actual blue and the white, but like the actual like design here gets completely lost. Again, I have done one entire full sleeve. I've done the entire body. I just need to finish the second sleeve. And to be totally honest, I know that I am never going to wear this. If you have seen any of my patterns or any of the knits that I usually make, they are usually solid colors. I don't tend to go towards a lot of variegated yarn or speckled yarn. And if I do go towards speckled yarn, it's in like one solid piece. So I'm so sorry to the bad luck sweater, but it was bad luck and I will not be finishing it. Also, it was my first time like really doing like color work, so having to have both strands in my hand was not a, like my tension, guys, my tension is just absolute trash, and I say that kindly to myself. So yeah, the bad luck sweater will get a frog, and I'll figure out what to do with this yarn. Maybe I'll just like put it into a hat, something that's a little bit more like, this is your statement piece, because this one is not it. Again, that middle finger is so, it's so long. But I did think it was funny, and I like the idea of like literally wearing a yoke sweater around with like a middle finger, which I think that's so funny. The last one, technically I already finished it. This is from Jennifer Steinglass. This is called the Avena sweater, so this is not my design. I have a tendency that I get a little nervous when it comes to doing like color work or just like very intricate things. So I tried to go with the most like neutral of colors. I learned a lot when I was learning how to do this, and this is probably in like 2020, and I based this off of like where I can remember where I lived and took photos of these like actual projects. But yeah, this one's super cute. I never anticipated the floats to be so thick on the inside. Like if you've ever worked a sweater, like a colorwork sweater, like you'll realize my floats, and like my floats are great. It feels like double the wool. So yeah, I wear this sweater every once in a while. It is one of the ones that I do feel like comfortable wearing out, because it's just like such a pretty sweater. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed going through all of my longest WIPs that I've ever had and the ones that I will and will not be finishing. I know that I'm gonna get to that no frills sweater at some point when I find a matching yarn or something. I'll get to it. Okay, catch you guys on the flip side.